Good morning, everyone. It's been a while since I've done an FSD drive, but wanted to do another one this morning since being on version 12.5.1.1. So taking this into work, so let's give it a shot. I'll go ahead and enable it right now. See what it does. So I'm trying to get out of the driveway, so it's a bunch of cars on the sides, but there we go. We are on our way. So I used this version of FSD quite a bit, going to work, and then this weekend used it as well for some lengthy parts of the highway drive. For the most part, it did really well. I don't recall having to do any critical interventions. Of course, it's not perfect, but I think it's been a lot better than the last prior versions. As you can see, there's a lot of cars on either side. There's a car coming out. But great that it didn't halt to a stop. And then this way, exiting the neighborhood is not normally what I would take. I would take the other way, but on this road that we're getting on, once you take this left, I noticed that FSD got confused a lot once the one lane opened up to oh yes, I'm sorry. So I was saying once it goes from one lane to 3 lanes, it would get confused on which lane to go in. So we'll see what it does now. Okay, actually it's gonna take us a different route. I thought it was gonna go on the very left-hand lane, but we're going straight, which is fine. We can take that route. I'm curious where. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna go that way. That's fine. That works. Alright, it's light turned green, so we'll get going here. Okay, so it's moving over, in preparation for the turn that's coming up at the intersection. So that's good that I did it ahead of time. I think I would have done it at that same time too. I wouldn't have waited any further long down. So it's good. It's good. I'm glad we got these new full screen FSD visualizations. I know I had canceled my FSD subscription just to get the latest update at the time, and then I signed back up once I got the latest update. So I think that's gonna be the same thing kind of with the summer update is what they're calling it, with YouTube music and everything. I know that one's not gonna come right away with the FSD stack. It's going to come later on. Of course, no nagging, right? So I think that's been a plus for everyone. As you can see, I think that's an indicator of it not doing the nag is going to be this little green dot. I normally don't take this way in the morning, so it's definitely new. Sorry, this road's kind of bumpy, so if you see that in the video, apologies. Model 3. I think that was one of the earlier versions because it had the chrome trim. So that's definitely one of the earlier model. Okay, we got this car coming in the middle lane. He goes in. I think FSD did a good job there. Kept its speed, maintained it. Didn't like brake suddenly or anything like that. That was really good. So after this light coming up is when we're gonna have to like start trying to find our way to the right hand side. Oh, there we go. It knew what I was thinking. We are still gonna need to get over one more lane. Traffic is getting kind of dense on the lane that we need to turn into. So we'll see how FSD manages it. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think the nav's gonna take us on that turning lane. So I was trying to find a spot. I don't know if it will. Will this person let us in? Oh, they will. Alright, cool. Awesome. That was like really human-like. Getting in there. Luckily the person in the back was having a good morning, so they let us in. Hope they continue to have a good day for letting us in. Alright, so it's going to take us through. That was really good. Alright, sees no cars, so we're just going to go for it. Nice, nice. Right there we're kind of riding like in between like two lanes for a little bit, so that was kind of weird. I would say nothing too crazy. There is construction there, so I don't know if I got confused with all the construction going about. We are going to want to turn, and I don't want to cut off these people again, but let's see what it does. So I would want to go over a little bit sooner, but I mean, we had the space, so I think that was okay. Me personally, I would have done it sooner, but you know, it's fine. I think it's fine. So we got some 18-wheelers coming about. Hopefully we slow down. That was a little too close for comfort on getting close to that 18-wheeler, but I feel like it should have slowed down a little bit more. They just repaved this section of the road, and when they repaved it, I was like, oh, I wonder how FSD's gonna do, because I think at the time they didn't have like the true like line dividers. So, but I mean, it did well. It always stayed in the lane. So on that one, it saw the truck coming, the truck in front of us, the blue truck, it saw the truck coming on the side, canceled the turn signal, but then re-engaged the turn signal to get around the 18-wheeler. Yeah. So yeah, here's where they don't have like the true lines. It's just like those kind of like little stickers that are showing where the line's divided, but I mean, it's holding to the lane pretty true, so. We got another Model 3 next tuk-tuks, same color as us. So we're just coasting along. Let's see. Let me just speed up a little bit. Just kind of go in traffic. There's a car behind me, but I think we're doing all right. We're gonna have to move over in a little bit. I think it's trying to do that right now. Oh, why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? Why'd you do that? So that was weird. Shouldn't have done that. It slowed down too much in order to go into the next lane. I think that was just a wrong move. Shouldn't have done that. It slowed down way too much because there's a car behind me. So I did have to press the accelerator a little bit on that one. So you got one, manual intervention so far. I think that lane change was just excessive. Shouldn't have done that one. It should have just kept in this lane. And I believe it normally stays on this lane. In order for us to get onto the next portion of the highway. So it usually stays here, so we'll see what it does this time around. Normally we have cars from the right-hand lane trying to get to the left-hand lane so they can proceed going, west on the highway rather than going to 281. Okay, so it did stay here. Okay, good. I'm glad it moved over at that point. I think if it would have done it any further, it wouldn't have worked out. We'd have to slow down anyway. So I like how it's seeing the gapping so far on lane changes. Except for that, just that one incident where it just slowed down way too much. You're in the fast lane. It just shouldn't have done that. Okay, so this part coming up is kind of like the only section where, I don't know, I feel like it just goes way too fast on the right lane, and it doesn't like merge correctly with the left lane. So normally I would try to get into like these little spots that I see, and try to see, like I would have gone back there. Let's see what it does. Okay. I mean, that time it was okay, but I feel like it just hauls ass on the right lane and like forgets the left lane, and then like ultimately when the lanes merge, like it does an okay job, but I don't know how it could like handle that differently, or if it's just me overthinking it. Like I just feel like if I'm just like hauling ass on the right side and try to merge in like late into the left lane, I don't know, I just feel like an asshole that's doing that. But I don't know. Comment down below. Do you think like it could have done that better? Am I kind of overreacting to that? Where it did manage it out okay. Yeah, I'm curious what other people think on that. Because going to work, that's kind of the only thing where sometimes I feel like I do need to disengage on is that portion. Other than that, everything else is pretty seamless. But it's just that one portion where it's just like, do I let it do its thing or do I not? I don't know. I feel like if it, like the comfort level is not there on that section, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Everything else, as you can see, is pretty much fine. It's just that one section where it just makes me uncomfortable. Where all the other parts, I'm fine. I feel totally fine. Okay, so we're moving into the fast lane. I wish I had, I was thinking, I wish I had like the, how do you say, like the, the early adopters of FSD to see kind of like how it's progressed over the years. Getting my Tesla, I got it, September of 2023, September or October. So almost a year of ownership of having my Model Y. So of course, I didn't have FSD for that long. So it'd be kind of cool to see like, the progression that it's made over these last years. From what I've seen on other people who have been, early adopters of FSD, they were just like, amazed on the progress that the FSD team has made. And, definitely kudos to that team. I would assume that, this is not an easy thing to, code or manage, right? And what they're doing is amazing. It's pretty crazy. So yeah, we've just been cruising along. There hasn't been any notification for paying attention or steering wheel nag. So that's good. Get to enjoy, some of my coffee for a little bit. We haven't took any like super long trips in the Model Y lately. I think the last trip that we took was going to Austin, which is about like an hour and a half from San Antonio. And used FSD on that one and worked out really well, so it wasn't too bad. Alright, sorry about that. I had to cut the video. The wife called, so, had to answer. She was mentioning that she's stuck in traffic on I-35. For those of you in San Antonio, I-35 I think is just a mess right now with all the construction that is going on. I think her nav was saying that she was going to get there like in an hour or so. So that's pretty crazy. I think she normally gets there like in 25-30 minutes. So crazy. But yeah, doing that little camera break, no interventions, no nags, just kind of cruising along up 281. Oh, look, pay attention to the road. I don't know if that's because of the sun. The sun's like super glaring in my eyes, but and we are gonna have to. Okay, cool. I'm doing it right now. Curious, I haven't gone this way in a while, so normally I skip this exit. I go up one more and then do like a turnaround just to avoid the traffic. See, the sun's glaring in my eyes again. I'm looking. Okay, it's not gonna let me. Alright, so we got one nag. I don't know if it's because the sun's like glaring at my face right now. But normally I would, go up one more exit, do the turnaround just to avoid this light that's there. But I remember on prior versions of FSD, during the exit onto the access road, it would just get super confused on which lane to go into. So I haven't done this in a while, so we'll kind of see what it does. I would like it to stay here and not go anywhere else. For some reason on the prior versions, it would go to the very right-hand lane, which can either go straight or turn right. So I wouldn't want to go there because I need to turn left. Okay, so it's gonna stay. Looks like stay in this leftmost lane. Which is fine. Let me see, where is it? Okay, so I think it's not accounting for me needing to turn right after this left because it's stopping right here. So I mean, that's fine. I can't really ding it for not going to the rightmost lane, just because I guess the nav doesn't see it. Alright, so I'll disengage here because I need to move over, just because so. But like I mentioned, I think the nav drops me off right here as FSD being complete, so it doesn't know that I need to take this right hand turn, which is fine. I think it'd be kind of cool to see if like it would take me around this roundabout. This person needs to go, you're in the circle first, so you keep going, and then ultimately take us to the parking lot. I think that would be pretty cool. But I'll go ahead and end the video like that. Let me know if this video is too long or too short. I kind of wanted to show the full travel time of me making it to work in the morning, showcasing how FSD kind of interacts with that path. But I think overall pretty good drive.